listen, I'm not afraid to admit when I don't understand something, and that's kind of where I'm at after finishing this book. Now, I've said before, I generally have a lot of faith in authors, especially authors that are traditionally published, just because those books go through a lot of checks and balances before they hit the shelves. And I just don't believe that because I don't understand something and because a book doesn't wrap all the way around for me, that it's something that the author did wrong. Like, it could very well be on my end. And in fact, in this case, it probably is. He's won a National Book Award. Who am I? But I will say, I think the only reason why I finished the book is because it's a dual POV. And I knew that the characters' stories were going to intersect at some point in the book. And I wanted to see how. One of the characters just won a National Book Award and is on a European book tour. And the other one is visiting a school that was just the victim of a mass casualty event. I do think one of the major themes in the book is TikTok guidelines. The object that's at the center of a lot of debate about the Second Amendment, that is a big theme in this book. It appears throughout the story in a lot of different scenarios, and there is a critique on how America deals with or doesn't deal with that issue and just how dystopian that kind of gets. And similarly, from a place of interrogating American culture, it also talks about the role and the experience of the Black artists and how that varies in America versus in Europe, and what a lot of like prolific Black artists over the years have felt about their experience in Europe, especially people who moved there permanently. Those are two discussions that I can kind of like pull out of it, but I just feel like, I don't want to say it feels like they're buried underneath all the other stuff, because it doesn't. I feel like they're two pretty prominent themes, but I just don't know, it just didn't do it for me. One of the protagonists also like has this really like strange way of talking. It's like kind of old-timey, and but also there's something else mixed in there. He's also not well. It's clear that he's not really well, and we don't really know. It gets to a point where I feel like it's not clear what's real and what's not. And like that can be cool when you're reading a book, but to a certain extent, like I just don't like feeling like I'm floating in the middle of the air and it's just sentences happening at me. And like, I don't know, because there was substance in those other two themes I talked about, I didn't feel like that's not like the only thing I felt. There, I read books where that's the only thing I felt. Like, I just feel like this book is happening at me. Like, at least there was some, like, there were multiple themes at play in this book, and I had things to grasp onto. There was some prose that I really liked, but I don't know, I feel like I kind of toed the line between analysis and also just like feeling, and when I finished this book I felt relieved. I think perhaps it is a style of writing that is just not for me. Anyway, if you read it, let me know what you think.